Title: Litter Bug. This morning I saw a guy pull up in front of my house and sit there for a bit. I noticed that he kept coming back and forth from the neighbor's house across the street. He was drinking something. I thought a Coca-Cola at first. Then when he drove off, he threw a whole bunch of cans and trash out of his car and into the street and sidewalk in front of my house. I went outside to clean it up and realized they were Budweiser cans, so I collected them, with gloves on of course, and made a lovely little gift bag of trash for the neighbor with a card that reads, "I saw that your friend dropped all this stuff out of his car. Maybe he could turn the cans in and buy himself a little class or some better beer. Don't drink and drive. These neighbors piss me off on the reg, so I don't feel bad about it." Title: Ask me for a favor and then slam me. Well, good luck. Got a neighbor across the street. Never dealt with him much until last week. He came over when I was in my garage. He told me he was having an ATV delivered and wanted to know if the CME could use my parking lot to pull into and if I would be kind enough to use my forklift to take it across the street and to his garage. Hey man, no problem, always happy to help. Later that night I'm on Nextdoor. I don't go on it often, but sometimes I like to see what people are saying, and I see this about my company. Well, I see XYZ is still shut down over the pandemic. That's okay, the owner is kind of an ass and sells Chinese junk anyways lol, to which I replied, hey, good luck finding a place to pull that CME into tomorrow and good luck getting that pallet to your garage. Also, yes, I am an ass. He never said anything back. I never opened the gate on the parking lot and didn't help move the pallet. I did sit in full view of him as he was forced to unpack the pallet at the end of his driveway and walk it to his garage piece by piece though. He ordered the ATV from a website. They do not come fully assembled. Title: My cousin cussed me out so I turned off his PS4, so a little bit of context, I play a lot of Call of Duty. I've played COD Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare, Ghost, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, etc. So I asked my cousin, who's 4 months older than me, you'll see why this is important later, if he wanted to play COD. He said, yeah, but let's do it on my PS4 so we can play Modern Warfare. I don't have it, I've played other people's Modern Warfare. I agree and we get on. When I start creating my classes, my cousin says, when you equip your attachments your stats will go up and down. Now, my cousin and I both know we've played COD for years, so why is he doing this, you ask? Well, earlier I said he's 4 months older than me. Well, he thinks because of that he's so much more mature and knows a lot more than me. That leads to him trying to give me tutorials on things I already know about, but he thinks I don't, even though I've done it for years. So I say, dude, I've played COD before, I know about the stats. Stop babying me, now I said in a calm voice, but I guess I offended him or some shit because he yelled, I'm not babying you, you fucking idiot. I'm just teaching you. So I go, dude, chill. If you're gonna freak out and cuss at me like that, then I don't wanna play Modern Warfare with you. So I leave, and this is where the revenge is. So you might have read the title and thought, wow, all he did was turn off his PS4. Lame. But it's how I did it. So I didn't disconnect my controller, so it was still connected to his PS4, and I know the menus by heart, so I don't need to look at them to know what I'm doing. Now my room is right next to his, meaning I could be in my room and my controller would still be connected to his PS4. So I press and hold the PlayStation button while in my room, go down some, go to power, go right one time, go down some on to turn off PS4, press the option. All I hear is angry stomping footsteps and then a burst open on my door and he say, why would you do that, and I'm just laughing. Title: A kid makes fun of my autistic brother, so I let him have it. He was always talking behind his back and how dumb he is, and I decided I had enough. I don't know the kid's phone number, but I bribed one of his friends to give it to me. Then, I posted a listing on Craigslist. For sale, Xbox One X $50, I don't play with it anymore. Comes with 16 games. Call XXXXXX4X if you want it. If the listing is still up, it's still available. Next day I overhear him talking to his friends wondering why he has gotten over 50 calls for an Xbox. Title: Valentine's Day Stinks. So this happened in 1992, when I was in year 10 of high school. Disclaimer: not America, and I witnessed the entire comeuppance. We had a girl in our year who was obnoxiously mean to anyone who she felt was beneath her. She was in my extended friend group, but not a close friend. She would attach herself to other girls, and over time, she would slowly wear down their confidence and belief in themselves until they were pretty much destroyed. She had to put others down in order to make herself feel better. No one in our group particularly liked her, but she was so mean and cruel that we were too scared to take her on in case she decided to pick on you. I'm not proud of this, but at 15/16 of a year old, in a very cliquey school, you did what you did in order to survive. There was one boy in our group that was incredibly creative. His artwork was edgy and controversial. He was pretty quiet, so he was also very good at surveying others. He had watched this girl tear down several of his closest friends, and he didn't like that she got away with it on the regular. On Valentine's Day, he brought an elaborately decorated, homemade heart-shaped box to school. It was about the size of a sheet of cardboard poster board. Sturdy, made with meticulous care with lace and glitter. Honestly, it was gorgeous, and he had obviously been working on it for some time. He approached the girl, gave her his gift, and then stood back. She was surprised. She was also incredibly vain and truly believed that most of the boys in our group had the horn for her. She thanked him sweetly and opened the box. It was filled with dog poo. Lots and lots of dried-up dog poo. Not particularly smelly, but definitely and obviously shit from a dog. She immediately dropped the box, told him to fuck off, and flounced away. I'd love to say that her behavior changed after this. It didn't. She stopped hanging around with our friend group, and started targeting others. Title: Happy Bin Day. With a child on the way and a lockdown in place in the UK, we have had to order an obscene amount of large packages, pram, baby carrier, etc. Which has led to a large amount of boxes. To make it slightly easier, last week I put all the large boxes between the cardboard bag and the bin for two reasons. 1. Having them in the bag would have taken up all the space. 2. Due to it taking up all the space, it wouldn't have been easy to get out. Turns out the binmen we have are sticklers for the rules, as they had just left it. Due to this, I then had to carry the large, folded down as much as possible, I might add, boxes to my back garden. Revenge mode. Title: Litter Bug Smoker Gets His Bicycle Toasted. Happened about a decade ago when I was a shy, awkward teen. Small petty revenge. I hated smokers with a passion, less so now, but still am disgusted by the habit, and hated seeing their cigarette butts tossed everywhere. They always felt so entitled, throwing their trash on the street and letting them pollute waterways. Anyway, one day I was waiting for my dad outside the pharmacy. Some dude comes bicycling up and smoking a cig. He props his bike up and tosses his cig near me. Rude. P. He pops into the pharmacy, and baby me is just so shocked with how rude he is, and how little he cares about his trash. Mustering all the social anxiety filled right as furry I can, I grab his cigarette and toss it into his little mesh weird bike fanny pack thing. The thing is, I didn't know you have to extinguish cigarettes. And he really didn't bother to even snuff it out on a wall. So this polyester mesh bag thing starts catching on fire a wee bit, not too much. Just a very slow smoke trail, no flames. Title: Brat in a game of Sprout. I go to the Boys and Girls Club in East Gilbert, and this happened there. First, some context. I didn't know what Sprout was until I went to that Boys and Girls Club. I is like dodgeball, but when you get hit you sit down and blah 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 blah. This kid is nice now and I am friends with him. Also, this happened last month. I will provide a link to Guide of Sprout at the end. Let's get into the story, shall we? Me, Brat. We were playing Sprout in the gym and I hit him in the face lightly with a ball and I got out. Headshots mean out for the Pearson who threw it gets out, so I sit down and 5 minutes pass and he wins. We start a new game and 3 minutes in he hits me in the face with all his strength. Me, visibly pissed, hey, bro, sit down. You hit me in the face. B. So? I hit you, you are out. Me. How? You hit me in the face. B. Okay, you are still out. Me. But I hit you in the face and I got out. The rules apply to you too. B. I don't care. Runs off to get someone out, meanwhile I'm stewing in anger. I think, well, I will give him a taste of his own medicine. I grab 2 balls and head for him. He is running and I throw a ball straight at him with all my strength and it hits him right in the face. He stops and I throw the second ball at him and it hits him right in the gut. He falls over and gets up a minute later and we are switching by that time. He didn't talk to me the rest of the day and we made up and are friends.